Okay? And I need to factor. What's the first thing I need to look at? What type of factoring do I need to use? GCF. Doesn't matter if you have 2, 3, 4, 8, 16 terms, you always look for a greatest common factor. And it has to be common to all of those terms. All right? Now, after you've looked for the greatest common factor, if you still have 2 terms left, what kind of factoring would you use? Right, the difference of 2 squares. So that's what we talked about mostly yesterday. The difference, yes, difference of 2 squares. And difference means we're talking subtraction. Difference of 2 squares. Okay, so you found the GCF. Now you have 3 terms. What are we going to use for the factoring of 3 terms? Yes, X box or X. I call it X factor because we didn't actually do the box method, but yes, in your, I think it's your homework, they call it X box. Okay. And finally, after we've checked for our GCF, because you always do that first, if you have 4 terms left, what kind of factoring? Yes, factor by grouping. So on homework number 4, at the very top, they show you several different types of terms. And you have to figure out which type of factoring would you do for those number of terms. Okay? This is what you can look at to help you. All right. So we have 6 problems on this page. Let's see if we can do these together. All right? Or do you want to try it on your own? Yeah. Yeah. Can you, give me just a minute. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. So maybe we'll get started. I'll get you a pass in just a minute. So as I look at this, what do I need to remember to do first? Come on, guys, a little quicker. GCF. GCF. So between these 2 terms, do I have a greatest common factor? Well, what kind of numbers are they? Start with 16. You always look at your smallest coefficient. Does 16 divide into 36 evenly? Yes? No? Maybe? No. What is your next largest factor of 16? So 1 times 16, 2 times, what's 16 divided by 2? 8. Is 8 a factor of 36? No. Then we have 3. Does 3 go into 16? No. How about 4? Yes. So 4 goes into 16. 4 goes into 36. So yes, we do have a greatest common factor. You bring that out in front. Now, when you divide, 16 divided by 4 is 4. You have x squared left minus, what's 36 divided by 4? I'll wait. 9. Yes. So you put 9 up there. There you go. All right, so minus 9. All right, and as we look at that, is that in its factored form? No. So just because you do one type of factoring doesn't mean that's all you need to do. Now you have one factor here. We have another factor that is two terms with a subtraction sign. Looks like it could be a difference of two squares. So let's write these down. Let's bring this 4 down here along. What is the square root of 4x squared? What's the square root of 4? 2. That 2 goes at the beginning of each one. What's the square root of x squared? Guys, come on. Is this really that hard, or is everybody just quiet? Or is it a little bit of both? What is the square root of x squared? X. Yes. All right. What's the square root of 9? What times what gives you 9? 3. What sign do I need in my first set of parentheses? Plus. And what do I need on the second? Minus. There is your factorization. Okay? Any questions on that first problem? All right. Let's take a look at B. Take a look at B. Why does he always leave the door open? I need to talk to him about that. It's always a safety issue. They want the doors closed. All right. What do I look for first? Here we go. What do I look for first? GCF. Do I have a GCF? What's your smallest coefficient? 2. Does 2 divide into 8 and 10 evenly? What kind of numbers are 2, 8, and 10? They're all even. So yes, 2 will divide into it. So 2 is your greatest common factor. Can I take out an x from all 3 of those terms? No. So 2 goes out in front. That's your GCF. That is your first factor. When I divide, what's 2x squared divided by 2 is x squared, minus 8x divided by 2 is going to be 4x, minus 10 divided by 2 is 5. So I have a GCF out in front and a whole new trinomial. I already found the greatest common factor. So what do I need to do to factor this trinomial? The x factor. So a times c goes at the top. B goes right here. Your a value is 1. 1 times negative 5 is negative 5. What's your b value? Negative 4. Thank you. So I'm looking at factors of negative 5 that add to give you negative 4. Well, what's the only factors of 5? 1 and 5, right? And if I want a negative 4, which one's going to get the negative? The 5. All right. So I need to change this trinomial into a 4-term polynomial. So I keep the first term, 1x squared. I keep the last term, negative 5. And don't forget that negative. And the middle 2 are what we just found on the sides of our x. So negative 4x is 1x and a negative 5x added together. Now that I have 4 terms, I factor by grouping, right?
You get a negative 5 from the last one. That's a negative 10.
What?
You said that's a negative 10.
Right. Negative 10 divided by 2.
Oh.
Is negative 5.
I got lost.
You're okay. All right, so here is my new factorization for my trinomial. Man. X squared plus x. What can I factor out of both of those? An x. So factor out the x. The x goes to the front. X squared divided by x. How many x's do I have left? 1. We had 2 that we were multiplying. We took away this 1, so I have 1 left. Plus, what's x divided by x? 1. That simplifies out. That's just 1. All right, be careful. I have a negative 5x minus 5. What can I factor out of both of those? Negative 5. Good job. So the negative 5 comes out in front. When you divide, negative 5 divided by negative 5 simplifies to 1. 1 times x is x. And here, negative 5 divided by negative 5 is plus 1. And you should be doing the happy dance because you've got that same factor for both of them. Anytime you have a greatest common factor, push it out to the front. So this is x plus 1 times, what do I have left? X minus 5. Is that my final answer? Right, you took out 2 a long time ago. So that 2 needs to be put over here also. So it's 2 times x plus 1 times x minus 5. Questions on that? Okay, what do we got? 3-ish minutes. Let's do letter C. Letter C, 2x squared minus 5x minus 12. What are we doing with these again? We're factoring. So what do I look for first with any number of terms? Stephen? What do I look for first? GCF, yes. As I look at this, my smallest coefficient is 2. Does 2 divide into 5 and 12? Yes? No? Keep that away, please. Does 2 divide into 5 evenly? No. So I don't have a GCF. It's 3 terms. So what would I do next? X factor. Okay. So here we have A times C. We have B at the bottom. A is 2. C is negative 12. 2 times negative 12 is negative 24. My B value is negative 5. So I'm looking at 2 factors of 24 that add up to 5 or negative 5. So as I write these down, I have 1 and 24, 2 and 3 and 8, 4 and 6. Because this is negative, I also have to make my largest factors negative. And when I do that, which pair works? 3 and negative 8. So we change this into 4 terms now. Keep the first term exactly the same, 2x squared. Keep the last term exactly the same, negative 12. Your middle term becomes these 2 sides of the x. So that is a 3x and a negative 8x. And once you have 4 terms, you factor by grouping. When I divide 2x squared plus 3x, what do they have in common? X, so x comes out front. So what do you have left? 2x plus 3. I have negative 8x minus 12. What can I factor out? Does 8 go into 12 evenly? No. 1, but that's not helpful. 2, but that's not the greatest. 4, but it's got to be negative, so it has to be negative 4. Because your first term here was negative. Okay, we will finish this up when we return. It's going to take, here we go. This is the first time we've done factoring today. No, it's not. All right, 9x squared minus 25. Guys, let's get this over and done and we can be done. So put your phones away. Put your...
Shut up!
Put your headphones away. Here we go. I need to look for what first? GCF, yes. So to look for a GCF, always start with your smallest coefficient, which is 9. Does 9 divide into 25 evenly? How about 3, the next highest factor of 9? Does that divide into 25? No. Do I have an X in both terms? No. So there is no GCF. So since this is 2 terms, what should I look for next? Which factoring? What type? This is the long one we just learned today. Difference of 2 squares, okay? Difference of 2 squares. So set up your 2 sets of parentheses. 2 sets of parentheses. When you take the square root, what is the square root of 9x squared? 3 what? 3 what? X. Yes, you need the x. X times x is x squared. Take the square root of 25. What's the square root of 25? 5. That goes at the last part of each set of parentheses.
Oh, I got it right.
You got it right. Put a plus sign, put a minus sign. Make sure this isn't another difference of 2 squares, which it's not. That is your final answer. Okay? Questions on that? Oh gosh. What do we have left tomorrow? Okay, tomorrow we're doing that. All right. I think we can give it a stop for today. However, that does not mean that we are done working. This is still class time. So, homework number 4. That's the latest and greatest. That is over. The difference of 2 squares, that is due on Friday. Okay? Homeworks 1 through 3. I do not have that from several of you. You still need to get them done. Okay? Also, the weekly Canvas activities, the one that we just got this week is for the week of 12/1. You also have the one for 11/17. This Friday is the last day you have to get that done. Okay? So I want to make sure everybody right now until 12:10, so you have 20 minutes to be working on homework. 20 minutes. And as soon as you get it done, turn it in. Because this is a really busy week for me. I am in a Christmas show where I play handbells, and we have 3 shows. I have one Friday night, one Saturday afternoon, and one Saturday night. Okay? So, it's all about me. No, it's not all about me. But if you can get it done and get it in, I can grade it before. Okay? Any questions on anything? Okay?